Welcome back into Reminisce Uninterrupted. Today, this is episode 3. Today's guest is an Australian R&B soul artist blending contemporary R&B with UK influences into sound that's intimate, lush, and emotionally honest. Am I in the ballpark here?
That's correct.
I would hope so,
Did you get
because
that from
this
Spotify?
is your Spotify bio. So if this is wrong, then I'm going to start finger pointing because this is all on you.
That's amazing. Well done.
A writer and co-producer, she creates music that moves between vulnerability and confidence. With breakout releases Reprieve and Satisfy, banger. Reprieve and Satisfy became official top 50 trending sound on Instagram, contributing to 3.8 million independent streams in the past 12 months.
It's actually now at 6 million.
It's going to be, because this is old.
Just so everyone knows.
Right, 6 million. My guest is the winner of the Release of the Year at the Gold Coast Music Awards, a finalist in the Vonda and Young Global Songwriting Competition, a 2026 APRA Development Awards finalist, and was shortlisted by Acclaim magazine in 2025. She has featured as the face of Spotify's R&B Connect playlist and supported artists including Macy Gray, Larissa Lambert, and Tora. Can we get a big round of applause, please, for Tanisha Burnett? Let's go.
Yay.
So that was your Spotify bio.
Yes.
As you obviously realized.
I need to update that, but yes.
We've learned that you need to update it because you've got a few numbers here that are a bit lower than they should be now.
A few more artists to add to the support list.
Let's go. W's. But we also learned that the typos.
Is that copied and pasted?
That is copy and pasted. I'm playing. I typed it out because I couldn't copy and paste from Spotify for some reason.
I was like, that is not good.
No, it's not. But it's my fault. So we can.
I was like, yeah, it sounds like something I would do though. That's why I was like, it wouldn't be so far left field for there to be typos.
It's not you. It's not you.
I've done like award bios with like major typos.
Really?
I just don't care.
Just wing it though, right? Yeah, you just do. Purple, yeah.
Yeah.
Like someone sent me that meme not too long ago, and there's something about whenever purple is someone's favorite color, you need to know every single thing that I have in my possession that is purple.
When I look at you, I'm like, he definitely has like purple memorabilia or like ornaments or like.
I mean, like my favorite shade of purple might be amethyst. It might be. I'm not saying it is. I'm also not saying it isn't. But yes, I don't know what it is. What is that? Why do people not have favorite shades of anything else?
I mean, my
but
favorite
just
shade's
people?
black, so like 00, just color code.
That's it?
I wear black all the time.
Did you wear black last night?
I didn't, but I did wear a black fur coat and I was wearing a black top, but I only wore my white pants because.
And you bought your black bag?
Yes, and I have a black leather bag.
Okay, fair.
It's just easier to just. Black is something that you can just put in a room and it usually makes it timeless and classy.
Yeah.
Like,
true. Black
or white. It depends on the vibe. Or my stage colour's red, so if I have to pick a colour, I'll go red.
Stage colour red? Does that... Is that a play onto anything to do with branding, or is it like maybe something to do with the type of, mood you're trying to set with your audience?
I don't know. I think...
Or is it just your favourite colour?
No. I hated red for a really long time. Like, I can't write in red pen. It gives me anxiety.
Okay.
But...
Story behind it? Or no, just is?
I'm just, like, I hate blue pen too. It has to be
black. Oh, yeah.
It has to be black
definitely
pen.
not writing in blue.
But, like, red pen just used to give me anger issues. And so when I was, like, going, like, through the branding, which has taken us so long to get to this point.
Okay.
We were trying all these different colours and everything just felt uncomfortable. And then I had one time where I wore red and I was like, I think because I have really dark hair, I have dark features, it just complemented it really nice. And then my birthstone is also red. It's a garnet.
Okay.
So that was unintentional that happened. And then from that, I was like, I'm just going to take that and run with red.
It's fitting.
It's also sultry. So red
is
like...
it is.
What's that? Like you can pull references from like Betty Boop or... Jessica Rabbit, if you need to pull references, they're red.
See, this is where, I don't know, maybe it's me just being childish. That's where my thought process went with, when we spoke last night, you said your music is all about sex.
Pretty much. Or breaking up. It's like...
Sex or breakups?
It's like sultry sex or like just absolute mean anger breakup songs.
Okay. Is the market for that like, because Taylor Swift makes hella breakup songs.
Yeah.
How do you see her in comparison to your own music?
I think it depends on what kind of writer you are. Like, I'm a very metaphorical songwriter, and I struggle to write things that don't have like a really big visual component or like emotional depth component, whereas she's a pop writer, so it's very kind of like writing for commercial. So it's breakup songs, but it's like literal breakup songs. Like, she's saying literal feelings where the audience doesn't have to like think too much about
Okay.
what it is.
So messaging behind the lyrics
Yeah.
is okay.
I'm very like introspective when I write because everything is from personal experience. It's changing as I'm getting older. I'm starting to write with other perspectives, but for the most part, I pull from like something that's happened in my life, and I've had very traumatic relationships. And so that I have to write it almost as if there's the audience and the listener gets to create its own story with my music.
Okay.
It's not very literal. So
Okay.
that's, yeah, this like breakup songs, that's why everyone writes about them, because you can write like, I am sad breakup song, literally say I am sad, or you can do this like massive metaphorical like
I love
other
that.
side of it.
I love that. Not just flat out, I am sad.
Yeah.
This is what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like you take them on a journey, take
Yeah.
them on your past, through your past. Sorry, that is the intricacies of writing like that. I find far more impressive
Yeah.
than simply saying. Not Swifties, don't get in the comment section.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't come for me
we're
either.
not shitting on Taylor Swift right now. We're not shitting on Taylor Swift right now. We are just
Different writing styles.
different writing styles. We're breaking down the dynamics of how musicians write their music. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing right now.
And also, like, not every song, like, she has some music that is like introspective. But just personally, as I write, it's like I overcomplicate it to the point where I have to then dissect it and understand it while I'm writing it. And then I get to choose how literal I want to be, because I've gone so deep. So like I usually start like super, super deep in the songwriting, to the point where some of my producers, like in the early days, shout Maddie, he was like, what are you writing about? Because I can't understand it, because it was so introspective.
Yeah.
So I had to like pull it back and be like, okay, if this is how deep I can get it, how many layers back do I have to put the songwriting for the audience to get to that point?
Well,
and
yeah.
that's the skill where like I'm still learning how to do that.
Right, because there are definitely artists who I listen to. We listen to music and everyone will interpret a song differently,
Yeah.
like how much they understood the song. We could do an essay afterwards and just speak about the song, and your understanding would be different to mine, let's say.
100%.
And there are some artists that I listen to, and I always they almost made me feel stupid, because I just wasn't understanding what they were talking about. Maybe it's, cultural differences and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The one artist that always comes to mind, I listen to a lot of rap music, hip hop, Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
I've been listening to Lupe Fiasco since I was like 18. I'm 34 now. There are so many of his songs that I'm like, I like the beat, the instrumentals, everything about it, the way he sounds on the track. But I know I'd have to sit down with like a whole heap of professors. It feels like I have to sit down in a
Yeah.
room full of professors to understand what he's actually talking about.
Yeah.
And then I think to myself, well, am I just being stupid? Or has he purposely layered his music that much that he wants people to sit and actually
Yeah.
really digest his music in that way? And whilst I understand as an artist, it can be cool to approach it that way, to be like, you know what? No, let me make this fucking Fort Knox, and you're gonna have to
Yeah.
work your ass off to get down to the crux of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But then there's the flip side. It's not considered easy listening. It can't be.
Yeah.
So where do you, as an artist, decide, okay, well, today I'm going to make Fort Knox, and today I'm going to just write, I'm sad.
That's a great question. That's actually a great question. Never had that question before.
Do you know how long I've been waiting for in an interview
That's crazy.
for someone to say to me, that's a great question? Yes.
Well, I think because there's so many layers to that, because sometimes, you have artists who don't write their own music, which is just that they're an artist and they have a great voice. And then you have songwriters, and then you have the artist-songwriter, and then you have the singer-songwriter, and then you have a top liner. So there's all these elements that go into writing a song. It depends on what the song wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends what the song feels like it wants to do. It also depends if I'm writing for myself. It depends if I'm writing for pitch. So
Pitch being?
like pitching the song to other artists,
Oh, okay, sorry.
or
Okay.
writing the song to a brief, like sync. You can write to a brief. it most of the time, to me, if I'm top lining a melody, I find it harder to write deeper lyrics. If
Okay.
I'm starting with the lyrical idea and fitting a melody around it, that's when you can go super introspective, because you're almost writing it. Like yesterday we did a song about, I wanted to write about how heartbreak weight is seen as like a glow up, but the reason why we lose the weight is because we're actually really depressed. So it's a really hard topic to digest.
Yes.
I started writing all the lyrics ideas like in my phone, and I had all the words I wanted to say. That's going to be an introspective song, because I'm not going to like simplify it, because the songwriting is so good on it.
Okay.
So
fine.
that's when I would be
Yeah.
like, okay, this song is going to be really introspective. If I'm just writing, like say my song Satisfy, that was
It's my jam. I love that song. I was playing it last night on stream.
bless.
Before we linked up yesterday, I did an early stream. I ran that song. I love it.
So good. I'm performing it tonight.
Let's go.
So that song, the top line came first. So when you're in the studio, you do these mumble tracks, and it's like, I was just like, da, 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 da. That is one of those times where I'm trying to fit words into a top line. So I'm not necessarily going to go like, how can I put all these really complicated words? I'm like, you know what? It sounds good just going da 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 da. So I'm going to just find words that fit that mumble.
So you have the melody
Yes.
first.
Yes.
And then you would have the lyrics.
Yes.
Find the lyrics to fit the melody that
Yes.
you... Cool.
Wait, I
Right.
can show you if you want.
Cool.
If
Can
you want
we?
an example. Would you mind to grab my phone for me?
Can
After
we?
I just put on airplane mode. So this is the song we did yesterday. Do you know what? This is like something that I love so much because,
Thank you, bro.
thank you, so many people don't realise that songs are written like this, and it blows people's
I
mind.
had no idea. I thought it was lyrics first.
Nah.
I'm so ignorant. I thought it was lyrics first, and then you would work with a producer who has obviously produced so many different instrumentals and beats that they just know where the lyrics that they're reading fits with a particular beat.
That happens.
Right. That's how I just imagine it.
So it's called mumble track, a scratch take, a whatever, where we get in the studio and we don't know what we're going to do yet, but we want to get the energy of the room.
Okay.
So it's called a mumble track. I can't play one of them because they're confidential,
fine.
but
So is this okay to be in the app?
yeah, this is fine.
This is just
this
you
is the song we did
freestyling, kind of
yesterday.
like, okay, cool.
Yeah, before we went to the thing. So
Okay.
I'll show you what I mean. Hopefully, can you tell me if the sound peaks on this? Okay, so we wrote lyrics, and I'll show you the lyrics. Also, guys, this is a demo, so do not come for me if you're like, this shit. So there's no words. And then, so I wrote that. So that is something that I was like, I want that section to be like that, but I don't know how I want the rest to go. So we just go,
What?
yeah.
What'd you call it? Mumble.
Mumble, a scratch take, melody ideas.
That makes so much sense to just do that and
Yeah.
just like as you say, just feel the energy of the vibe of
Yeah.
the room and just go with it and be in the moment
Yeah.
and allow yourself to just go off.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then, like, for that song, I wrote lines like, maybe the weight that I need to lose isn't on my body.
Okay.
And I was like, that line is pinnacle to what the song's about. So then I had to find how to sing that pretty, because it's not something like, it's hard to sing. Like, maybe the weight I need to lose isn't on my body. It's very chunky.
Yeah. So
So
that as
then-
well, you've got to decide what
Yeah.
words, how you want to portray those
Yeah.
words and still get the same message across.
Yes.
Damn.
Songwriting is like songwriting technicality. You can go deep into it.
It's an
and
art.
I probably overcomplicate more than I should. But in other circumstances, sometimes the song will come to you in just like one take.
Wow.
And that's a beautiful way to write because it's so pure. And like sometimes you'll write with a bass player and you'll both be writing at the same time and no one knows what they're doing. But sometimes you get to the end of a track.
Nice.
And then you fit lyrics depending if it's a top line first or if it's lyrics fit first, you fit melody into the lyrics. So there's no right or wrong way to write a song, but it just depends on what it wants to do.
Do you have a favorite way to do it? Or you just, when you go to a producer studio, do you lead the way with how you would prefer to do things? Or are you happy to be led by the producer and they say, okay, let's do melody first and we're just going to run it like that?
I think from my experience, letting people that are good at their job do that without interrupting them is the best way to get a great result out of songwriting.
That sounds.
So if a producer is really good at a certain style, I'll go to them because I want that style. I'm not going to go to them and ask them to do something that I know they're probably like not. Because the producers are amazing and they can do everything. So like, if I said, yeah, I want to write a pop song, they could do it, but I want to write what they like.
Okay.
I prefer to go and work with them on what they like.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really get attached to sound. I'm just like, whatever the song wants to do. Because I'm just like the vessel for the music to come out.
Yeah.
I don't get very, there's no limitations, there's no borders. I just literally write whatever I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And if a producer's really good at bass, well then I'm not going to tell them that I don't want this or that.
Okay.
I just tell them,
Yeah.
you do what you are really good at, and then I'm arranging it in my head as we go. And then as the artist, you can kind of have executive decision on like, can we just take that bit out or whatever? But if you let a producer produce to the best of their ability, you're going to get a better result than you going in and being like, this, and this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to. Like sometimes there'll be like a sound that you're like, I'm really not vibing with that. But as soon as you vocalize it, it's way easier to shift into a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty easy like to work with, I would hope. I just flow with whatever. But not all artists are like that.
Yeah.
Some of them are like very rigid in what they want to do, which is also fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like in the creative space, rigidity, it doesn't give progress to me. It doesn't scream, you're not malleable. You're not allowing other ideas to come into play. You're shutting things out in your tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And in a creative world, I feel like you're just leaving so much on the table, which could potentially be greatness.
Yeah, it does get like that.
If you are just simply, well, this is the way I want my track to go. I want it to sound like this. I've already imagined what it's going to be like. And then you just don't let anybody else contribute.
Yeah.
That must be awkward.
I like don't, a lot of the times some people, because you have to imagine the whole music industry is so whack. You meet up with strangers in a room.
Yeah.
And then you make music with them and you just hope that you vibe. It is a wild concept.
It is wild.
Like I have a team, so I have producers back home in Australia that I work with, and my session musos I work with in my band as well. So I keep it very small, and I like it that way. But when I obviously come out to like LA and London and do stuff, yeah, you just hope, because sometimes the sessions get set up via other people in like labels or distributors. So like you're in an email chain with like 9 people, and then at the very last minute you find out who you're working with. So like, and you just got to hope that. I find that most sessions I do, I get a song out of it. Like very rarely will I walk away with not a song.
Okay.
I'm just yet to have a bad session.
Yeah.
I hope not, but I also hope so as well, kind of, so I can learn that.
Yeah. I guess any experience will be a lesson learned.
Yeah.
But you obviously you put a lot of time and effort and money into it, so you want to see the end product more often than not.
You have to imagine too, I was talking about this literally yesterday, it's getting to the point now in the industry where like if something isn't done, nobody imagines what the potential is anymore. Whereas I can see potential from the melody.
Okay.
So as soon as I hear a melody and I know it's a good melody, the potential is like limitless. Because I'm like, all right, cool, we could do so much with how strong this melody is. Whereas some producers are finding that like if they send something off too early, whoever's listening to it can't imagine or think about what could fit, and that's becoming a problem, because then like everything has to get done to a point where there's nothing is left to imagination. Whereas I give me something bare
Just
and leave it all
ground
up to
zero.
imagination, because then I can like listen to references and pull ideas and be like, oh, that was cool from this track, that was cool, let's somehow fit this in under here. Like analyzing, learning, researching, and like respecting the art, and then trying to apply that into my own music.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so much that goes into it.
There's so much that
But
goes
also,
into it.
there's some songs that are written in like 2 minutes, and like there's none of this thought goes into it whatsoever. Like,
See, the flip of the ability to be one end of the scale and then also do that in 2 minutes. It's 2 completely different worlds.
yeah, it's wild.
And the tracks that have taken you 2 minutes to write, were they just in the comfort of your own home, or were they in the studios also?
No, at the gym.
At the gym?
Or on the toilet.
Oh my God.
Because you're not thinking about music.
Right. So Yeah.
The
Okay.
best songs that I love writing is when I have an idea and then I don't have to think about the lyrics because it was in me or something needed to come out.
Okay. Okay.
And I can just, like, the flow state of being a lyricist in that moment is like something I cannot explain to anyone. You're just writing ideas down that are like bars, that are like emotional, that have a story to them, that you don't have to think and re-edit the lyrics. Those ones are the best moments. Because then you know you've got something that you're passionate about from the
Okay.
get-go with no context of music. It's just writing. And that happens to me at the gym. Or I have voice memos on my phone. Like, I'll be like doing a set and then I'll be like listening to something and then some word in someone else's song will trigger something in me. And then I'll grab my phone, stop my set and just start like voice memoing all my ideas down. And then I'll take it to the studio. I'll forget about it. And then like
just
4 weeks later, I'll be like, oh, I did this the other day.
and then that just
And that becomes a song.
recall the memory, and then that becomes a track. Wow. Are there any artists in particular that you listen to that you find that that's happened more with than others?
Yeah.
Who you might grab that tiny inspiration from? Are there
Yeah,
any
like
artists?
Mac Miller.
Rest in peace, Mac.
Mac Miller, I think Ray, like anyone that has like super deep lyrics that are like
Yeah.
just in the guts of emotion and from a place of like pain and hurt.
Yeah.
Usually that sounds so morbid, but
No,
that is
it
what
is what it is. That's where you get your inspiration from. That's where you get inspiration from.
And also like I'm trying to think like who else. Like Adele's earlier stuff. The
So,
simplicity in some of her music.
21?
Yeah, like
Those
Someone
albums?
Like You, right?
Okay.
Someone Like You is a very simple sentence, but she turned it into this like gut-wrenching ballad. But Someone Like You is just like, it's the weight of those words.
Yeah.
Like, and we've all been in a situation like that. So like her songwriting is amazing. I love Adele's songwriting.
I swear she, did she say she gets wasted and she just sits at home alone?
I think before,
drinks
that's why
and
she
then-
wrote I Drink Wine or something. She wrote
Was
a
that the
song-
name of one of those tracks?
Yeah, because she said that she got sober in one of her interviews because that's what kept happening. But to be fair, I love a red and I will drink red in the studio.
Oh, I I didn't see it last night, but we spoke about it last night. And I called you a wino.
Yeah, wino.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's something I'll take back to work.
That's new to you. I know. If you drink wine around here, you're a wino.
A wino?
Yeah.
That sounds like... it sounds like when you drink wine, you're going to be like an absolute neg.
It sounds better than a bogan. So I'd rather be a wino than a bogan. So
I mean, I'm a bogan. I don't know how to explain it.
We still need a definition.
The comment section I need my...
Come on, let's get this.
I need my
let's suss
people.
this. What's a bogan? Because
I don't even know how to...
from...
Oh, like a yobbo? Can you type in Australian bogan? I don't know how to explain it. Like someone who has a really thick Australian accent who like lives in the bush who's like not classy one bit, which is
Right.
basically me.
A bogan is a ubiquitous Australian slang term for an uncultured, unsophisticated,
know that.
or working class person.
Working class, yeah.
Working class, fair. While sometimes it's used as an insult, it's frequently embraced as a badge of honor or used affectionately to describe someone down to earth and unpretentious. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I might be a bogan.
But like, if you come out to Australia, I'll like take you out to like the bush areas. Like that's where you find the bogans.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to refer to myself as uncultured and unsophisticated.
Yeah, I'm definitely not uncultured, but
Yeah.
like
But the rest of it, that can run.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like...
you can have a sprinkle of bogan.
Yes,
Like you can just be
that's
like sprinkled.
Just a little...
Yeah.
A little smidge. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been trying to think of like a good definition, but like I'm sure someone in the comments will be like, "That's a bogan."
Who, referring to yourself as...
No,
In
like
a-
they might be able to like come up with a
like a better definition. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Can you type in how to use
Yeah.
bogan in a sentence?
How to use bogan in a sentence. So, as an insult,
Okay.
he's just an uncultured bogan who doesn't know how to behave in a nice restaurant.
Yeah, so the uncultured part is probably like the insult really.
Yeah. That would be that sounds it.
And then
Describing behavior,
Yeah.
playing loud music out of your car window at 2 a.m. is a very bogan thing to do.
okay, I wouldn't agree with that.
No?
That's just being a nuisance. But
True. Describing fashion / style.
yes.
He showed up to the wedding in a singlet and thongs.
Yes. Flip flops.
Flip flops, right. Let's talk about that. Why do you refer to flip flops as thongs?
Because, okay, I've got fugly feet, but like,
Oh, wait. Is it
it's
the
thong.
toe split?
It looks like the back of a thong.
Oh, snap.
So like,
I actually get it.
Back in like the 90s and 2000s, when girls would like wear the thongs coming out the back of their jeans. If
Okay,
you wear
yeah.
flip flops,
Bit high up.
it looks like the back of that. So we call it a thong.
It
makes so much sense, hey?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh yeah, that's a bogan for sure. Basically,
Okay.
anyone that like doesn't put effort into their appearance, but also doesn't care to.
Yeah.
Bogan.
I quite like that. It's like, it's freeing. Like,
Yes.
you don't care what other people think.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You're just here for you and you're just going to do your own thing.
Or like if you go, oh, you haven't been to Australia, so if
Not
you
yet.
go to like the pub
Yeah.
and you have a schooner, which got me last night because I was drinking pints and I didn't realize I was drinking pints, and I woke up this morning I was a little bit.
I was a bit murked this morning, I'm not going to lie.
And because I have a 4 drink limit,
Okay.
my body can only handle 4 schooners
Okay.
or 2 wines.
But those are 4 point what percent?
They were 5%.
Yeah, but you're
Oh, full strength is 4.2.
back home.
Yeah.
And last night you were on the 5s.
Yeah.
And that just span your world upside
And
down.
pints. Do you know what the best part was? Is when I was drinking it and I got halfway through and I was like, fuck, there's a lot of liquid. Like, there's a lot of liquid in this cup.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you were like, it's pints. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get fucked tomorrow.
So, for context, myself and Tanisha went to the S&G live show last night,
it.
their first show in London. And Tanisha makes out that she is a fitness head. She is. She trains hard. I know she trains
I
hard.
was gonna say makes out.
Sorry, she
I have
told
a
me,
degree.
and she trains hard. She just trains hard, and she's a lightweight like myself. And so when the beers that she was drinking, she realized were 5% and not her typical 4.2 back home. She was cooked, and it was a great time. It was actually a great time. I'd never imagined actually hanging out and doing like social events with somebody who I would have on as a guest the night before.
I think it's
So-
different because I work in the entertainment and creative industry, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just like a guest who was like I understand like the photos and the people coming up to you, like I understand that,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
feel like it'd be a little bit different than if you just like bought like someone that isn't in that industry, in that
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, of course. It
So
would have
then-
definitely been different with some of my previous guests. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I know that you understand that. Kind of a weird thing, though. It's a weird concept. Like,
Is it? Or is it just
Kind
this
of.
basic human interaction?
yeah, it is, which is how I see it. But I just accepted that that's what happens if I'm going to be standing. It's the S&G live show.
Yeah.
People know me from S&G. So stand at the bar, people are going to approach me. And it just is what it is.
The wild thing was when like people were coming up to me asking for permission, and I was like,
That was crazy.
I was just like, this
Tanisha,
is so funny.
Is it
But
okay?
they were like, because they didn't know my name, so like, I don't know. They must have. Anyway,
They just made an assumption.
yeah, and it was
We
so
was-
funny.
we went together,
'cause they were
so,
like, excuse me, can we get a pic with Rem? And I was like, yeah, do whatever you want. I was like,
I don't
like,
care.
I was like, do you want me to take it?
Yeah. You became a photographer for a short period of time, and
Yeah,
it
it's
was like it was
fine.
very kind of you.
It's fine.
Yeah, people asking you. I didn't notice until you said it, and then I was noticing it more and more after you said it. Like, people were going up to you like, "Do you mind if we just?"
Which is a good flex of society, to be honest. Like, if they were under the assumption of like, oh, I don't want to overstep my mark here,
Yes,
that is actually
see, that's
quite
what I do
beautiful.
appreciate that. I do definitely appreciate that. People have messaged me after seeing me in public and said, "Oh, I saw you here, but you were with family."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that is very thoughtful of
Yes.
you, and I appreciate that
Yeah,
because there is a time and place.
100%.
Did you have a good time last night, though?
Yeah, it was so fun. It was the first night I've been away from home now for 3 weeks. Last night was the only night that I had downtime. It was the
Wow.
first and only night that I've had downtime.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that out of choice or?
I've just been so busy. I've genuinely been so busy. I think like you want to, like when you're doing professional development and you get funding, like I'm on funding to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to I didn't want to not make the most of the money that was given because it's really hard to get funding.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to make the most of it and be really smart with my choices. the fact that I know that I'm going home, so you have to make sure that you're setting meetings up and making sure that your time is like used, and also just like trying to minimize travel days. So then you just fly in, you have one day to get things sorted, and then you go straight into like songwriting or networking, knowing that I'm going to go home. So I was like, I'm just going to charge it.
Okay. Just make the most of it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
And also just making sure that I'm getting out what's that saying where like you're only going to get as much as you put in?
Yeah.
Get out as much as you put in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I could have got like, I got $15,000, which is like Australian. I could have got that, came here and not achieved anything. And to me, $15,000 is a lot of money. It's probably a lot of money for a lot of people.
It is.
So it would be injustice if I didn't do what I'm doing every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And
like,
so that's my mentality I've had on the whole trip.
you don't want to go back home and feel like you wasted your time and that money. Of course, you've got.
And Australia's so far away, so.
It's a long way.
It is.
How long did you take? How long did it take?
It depends. If you go straight from Australia to London and you don't go from Perth, it's with a layover it depends on the layover. If you get a good layover, 32 hours. If you get a shit layover, like 36, 38. But to me, it's fine.
Fine.
It's
what part of that
fine.
is fine?
Because,
all right.
okay.
Firstly, define fine. Secondly, what are you doing? How much are you sleeping during that 32 to 36?
Well, I usually take a Valium.
Oh, wow. See? That's why it's fine. Because you're KO'd. What do you mean?
Or, hot tip, if you can't get Valium, Travacalm has I can't remember what it's called. It's doing injustice to my degree now. But there's like a chemical in it that makes you sleepy. And so you can take a Travacalm and you can actually sleep on it. Just don't drink when you have a Travacalm because it's really bad to mix the two.
Okay.
Because your heart slows down.
Yeah.
But like, if you take 2 Travacalms, usually you can like sleep for like a decent amount of time on a plane. Yeah.
Well, I'm imagining flying being in the air for 30 hours. Some of that has to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, the first leg's usually 14 hours. Like to get from Sydney to LA, it was 13, I think. And then the second leg depends where you're going. So like to London, I think the flight from Dubai to London is 8-ish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Went to Dubai last year, 2024. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're flying for 22, 24, but it's the airport layovers and the travel that actually knocks you out the most.
Right. Okay.
Again, but it's fine.
Hey, you're smashing it. Like, you're doing it. So it must be fine. Like,
and also, like, Australia is really far away and that makes it beautiful. So, like, being able to travel out to the rest of the world knowing that, like, people's dream is to go to Australia and I live there.
Yeah.
So the fact that I have to fly 32 hours, like, it is what it is.
Sure.
It doesn't really bother me. Because I know that there are some people in the world that, like, their dream in life is to visit Australia and they might not ever get the chance to. So if I have to take 2 or 3 flights, like...
You have the opportunity.
Yeah.
And you're making the most of it.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
So that's why it's fine.
Cool.
Like, fundamentally, I love music. I love the way it brings people together. I love the way that you can create something from nothing. Like, the concept of, like, music is so wild. Like, you start the day with nothing and then you leave the session with a song.
Right.
That could change people's lives, even if it's 10 people or whatever. Like, I have people messaging me saying, like, this song got me through X, Y, Z. And it's like, wow, that is so powerful. And that's why we do music.
That's amazing.
For the soul, too.
Yeah. Music is everything. I listen to music every single day. I don't understand how, depending upon what mood I'm in, will determine which artist, which genre I listen to. But there's always time for music, for me personally.
Yeah. If the whole world went silent, like if music wasn't accessible, the world would be a pretty dark place. So why we're not nurturing artists, like most artists are struggling and are broke or in debt.
Yeah.
Yet without music, the whole world would like probably get depressed.
Yeah.
So how is that?
Yeah, the difference there in between the two doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
And now we have AI artists. Which are
Talk to me.
another.
Talk to me about how you feel about AI.
Fuck AI. AI has amazing technology to do great administrative tasks.
It does.
And it is helping lift the load. Like, for me, I don't use it personally to do emails because I love admin, but I know there's artists out there that just struggle with the whole business side of things. So it's great for that. but it should not be in the creative industry
Hell no.
as a creative medium. Like, there are AI artists that whoever decided to make it, whoever decided to build the bot or whatever, is making more money off that than some artists will ever see in their life.
Yeah.
And
It's heartbreaking.
it's the thing that makes me so mad about it is the only reason we have AI artists is because it learnt engines from real people and real creativity.
In the past,
There's
yeah.
no intention. That's what makes us artists is our choices that we do to create art and to create a brand and to create our style. It's the thought, it's the choices, it's the feeling, it's the life experience. That's what gave us art. Yes, we can replicate, we can research and replicate and take things that we like. But an AI artist just basically ripped off everything and then put it on Spotify and now is making billions of dollars, the whole industry, because there's no artist development required. There's no branding. There's nothing. You just plug in what you want and it makes an artist. And they're charting.
Yeah.
They're charting in top 40s. What are you going to go say, a projector? You're going to sit in the audience and watch projector?
Yeah.
Like, it makes me mad.
Yeah.
I guarantee you've listened to a song on like Spotify radio and it's been an AI artist.
I
And you won't even know.
I do think that I can be fooled and into thinking that somebody it's a real artist when it has been AI, but I go out of my way to find the artist typically. So there was a girl I recently found. I think she's Spanish but based in London. Her name is Isabel, and she had an issue with AI not too long ago. She said she found an artist, was listening to it, vibing to it, loved the song, and then learned she learned it was AI, and she was like devastated.
Yeah.
Because she lived her own nightmare.
Yeah.
Almost. She is an artist herself, independent artist. She puts out she produces everything, writes her own songs, everything herself. And she fell into that trap, which essentially is holding her back as an artist.
Yeah.
And
I'm so scared to put things on the internet. Like, until I've got the clearance and the copyright set up, so like until my distributors have sent the song to be, it's called a DSP, like has been sent to be distributed out, the fact that I even have to do this is barbaric, but like I'll upload my lyric videos to YouTube and YouTube will flag the copyright. Then I know I'm protected.
You upload the video to YouTube.
And then you get an email saying copyright material. So the song's not out yet. It's private video.
Okay.
It says copyright material.
Yeah.
And then I know that my distributors have got the copyright for it, the master.
I see.
And then I'll promote it, because if anyone tries to steal it or rip it off, I own it. The problem is when artists are sharing their music to like promote it or like coming up with ideas, and then AI's learning the idea that isn't copyrighted yet and then suing them when it comes out. That's
the AI
happening.
is suing them.
That's happening.
Holy shit.
And no one's doing anything about it.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. There's a case like Murphy, I think her name is. Murphy Does Matter is her Instagram, I think. She was promoting her song. Someone fed it into an AI engine, like took the song, fleshed it out, put it on the internet. She didn't know until she released her original song and it got flagged, and then they sued her and they won.
Oh my God.
And then there was this massive thing about like AI can't copyright because it's literally it's a learning engine. It doesn't
learned
own
from
anything.
her. It's her song.
And yeah, and then she's going through court cases. I don't know if she ended up winning or not. I haven't followed along, but that scared me.
That's actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so now I can only promote stuff if I know that it's been uploaded to DSP, which is so stupid. Or I can share it and just hope it doesn't get robot AI'd.
Yeah.
But like when you're at a level of an artist where like you're doing well, it's guaranteed that someone will
yeah,
come.
I was gonna say it would depend where you are in your career. Let's say your music, if you were, let's say, a little bit more relaxed with, and you weren't doing this process of uploading it to YouTube and seeing that it was copyrighted already, I'd say you were looking for trouble.
Well,
AI would get your shit.
I know it is trying to learn it. Because in my Spotify similar artists, there's like 4 or 5 AI artists in there.
No way.
So the radio that Spotify's sending my music through to
You're right. Okay.
is sending it through AI artist, which means someone is likening it
to
them. Obviously, you can't copyright something that's already out, so they can't do that. But I have no doubt that they're learning my sound.
What does that do for you? Like, how does that make you feel?
It just like, you get angry about it, but then you don't want to spend your energy getting angry because you're fighting corporations that don't care. Like,
But if you don't, but which I agree.
Spotify's making money off AI artists because of streaming, so why would they care?
I was supposed to watch that Spotify documentary I told you about, and understanding how artists get paid from Spotify and whether they are independent or whether they're signed to a label. Regardless of that, I don't understand how Spotify pay less than chips to people who are working their asses off. How did you explain it last night with the pool?
So Spotify, okay, let me try and simplify this down.
That's cool. I've
You
always
pay a
wanted to ask.
subscription.
You pay a subscription, right?
So this is only applying to paid users, right?
Mm-hmm.
Free users are a different ballgame.
Okay.
Because it's a different payout. So let's just say, assume everyone's got a paid subscription.
Mm-hmm.
The money that comes in from the subscription and the ads and the campaigning and all that kind of stuff goes into a pool of money. Territories have different payout amounts, so 0.003, so not 3 cents, 3 cents of a cent, 3 cents. It's fucked.
I'm doing the maths.
It's
My
really-
brain.
So 1 million streams roughly equates to $3,000
Okay.
in the low paying territories.
Right.
This is paid users only. It ranges from like the 3 to the 5 mark. So like if you have 1 million streams, depending on territories, it's like 3,000 to 5,500 per million. Do you know how hard it is to get 1 million streams?
I was just deep in. That's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's up there.
And like that's assuming that you own 100% of your music. So depending on how you do business, like I'm independent, so I can only speak really for independent. I did a major in business at uni with my degree, so I kind of applied all the principles of like, if you want to do a startup business, you get investors.
Right.
So I don't have label money, but I have people that believe in me. So I give them equity in my catalogue.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm working with my producers, it's 50-50 if they don't get paid, which is normal. If you're working with, if you pay a producer, then they only take a smaller cut or almost sometimes no cut. 2 types of payout, the master recording and the publishing. So the master is like the file, like the MP3 file that goes onto DSPs and like music streaming services. Your distributors will take a percentage. So if you're independent, it ranges from like an admin fee of 6 to 15%. So now you've got, let's say 15%. I'm really bad at maths, so it's going to test me. So 100% of a song.
Yeah.
Now you own 85% of your song.
Yes.
That's if you did everything and nobody else has equity.
Right.
That's what being independent is. It's like having full control over that. But you want to progress your career and you want to get higher. So my distribution deal started on 80-20 to me.
Okay.
If you're the label, 80-20 to the label.
Damn.
And you pay anything back off your share. It's called the artist share. So you take $1 million out to do an album. The label goes, cool, here's a mil, whatever. You pay it back off your 20%. So the label's making 80% of your income, and then you pay back your receivables off your 20%.
How mathematically is it?
That's assuming that you own the whole 20%, which you won't. Yeah.
Okay.
So independent is like, I guess, the only sustainable way to do the industry if you can get to a point where you are making money.
Yeah.
So then my distribution deal is now where I've had money come in, so $70,000 to spend on marketing. That's not the cost of the production. I'm fronting that.
Okay.
Or I have equity. People have equity in that.
Right.
Then I get paid off the top. So my distributors don't make anything if I'm not making anything, which is super fucking rare.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds.
It's like and I love it.
Yeah, that's a good
It
thing.
seems like the ethical way to do business.
Yes. If you get something coming in, then you distribute and they can be paid.
It's all on like risk, like return of investment. So labels want low risk, big return of investment. So back to the Spotify. So that's all the people that kind of like the major players that have like, I guess, equity in your business or whatever. Spotify takes 97.7 something percent. The pooling gets distributed amongst who's getting the most streams. So it's tiered. So
Okay.
if there's uncollected money or uncollected royalties, it goes into a pool and then it just gets sent to the biggest paying artist. Yeah.
But where would those royalties? Would you say unpaid royalties?
Yeah.
Where would those come from?
Territories like for example, on the publishing side of things, there's capitals in Australia where you don't get paid until you hit a quota.
You mentioned that.
Yeah.
And the quota is 250.
Well, it's in America, it's 250,000 streams a quarter. So every 3 months to even trigger them to pay you. The whole thing's cooked.
Oh my God.
The whole argument is like, I don't want to overstep my mark because I have never had a conversation with the Spotify people. And I think Spotify as a tool for artist discovery is amazing. And I think the idea and the fundamentals behind having something like Spotify has single-handedly helped my career.
Right.
Because I've been discovered on like radio playlists, and the pairing of the artists into similar sounds is what opens you up to more.
I see.
I'm not sure if you remember, but when Spotify first came out, the discovery was like you could put on a genre and it would just like find you like 60 artists.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you notice, your radios are the same songs.
Yeah.
It's because the algorithm is so dialed into what you listen to that the discovery isn't as high as it used to be, but it's still
Yeah.
you're still discovering new music. So that will not fault it.
That's very interesting. You say that. I definitely feel like my Spotify knows me
Yeah.
to a scary level.
Yeah.
And it's not always the same songs I've played in the past, but yeah, the radio based on,
Yes.
it knows me.
Yeah.
And I've said it plenty of times before. Very scary. But of course, as you say it as well, that means because it's not playing the same songs, but there are artists who now are less likely to be discovered.
Yeah.
Because my Spotify experience is simply, it's becoming more narrow
Yeah.
and more tunnel visioned to this very, very specific genre / artists in, say, just this tiny cup of my hand, rather than a whole pool who are just in the same category, in the same genre.
Because if you notice some playlists, so then we go into the whole editorial game, which is when Spotify first came out and the playlisting side of things, getting an editorial was like seen as like peak career. So like if you could land an editorial, it meant that in that territory there was a panel of people that listened to the music come in and they said it deserves to be placed, and that is what people would click on to discover new Music Friday, R&B Connect, R&B Weekly, like all these big ones, and it would put your music in A-list level. So you're kind of leveling the playing field if you could land an editorial, because you could be in a playlist with Ariana Grande.
Nice.
And so the Ariana Grande's listeners could find you. Mm-hmm. Now that's getting like smaller and smaller in value because the actual editorials are now turning into like made for. So if you go onto like for example, my Spotify, and I click on R&B feels, I'm not in the actual editorial, but it says made for Tanisha. So it'll like place you depending on who's clicking on your profile. It's so wild.
That's
how
techie.
it all works.
Yeah.
But on a whole, that part of it has amazingly, like the amount of messages I get being like, I found you on Spotify and I found you in Spotify radio, or your music came up. Like I cannot fault Spotify for that.
So you have benefited from the
100%.
discoverability of Spotify.
100%.
Even though the paying stuff is like scuffed.
Yeah.
You still do appreciate what Spotify's done for you.
And I wish Spotify's making a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Right. Even if they made it 1% to the artist and 99%. I could live. Like I
Change
could be an
lives.
independent artist.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the line is. But it's the same with everything. Like I don't know what the YouTube monetization side of it is, but paying out on YouTube is like 0.0000 something per view. Like everything is so low. And I'm like, at what point does the conversation shift to put between like ethics and like artist sustainability?
Yeah.
Because without us, you don't have a platform.
No.
Which is where the AI stuff comes into it, which is why everything's getting so scary.
Yeah, because then
You don't
the
need
AI,
eyes.
the sad truth would be that the AI is learning from the artists from the past and producing music, and then that's just taking over as opposed to real humans.
Yeah, and it costs them like next to nothing.
It's not the way.
I
It's
feel
not
like
the way.
the basic consumption of music is like something tangible. Like you listen to an artist, you want to go see them live, you want to buy their merch, whatever. You become a super fan, or you're a casual listener. So like Spotify even breaks down your monthly totals into like who's streamed like per amount. You can't see names, but it pulls them into like active listener, super
Okay.
fan,
Yeah.
whatever. So I think that's great because then you have a metric of like how well you're doing. But the whole thing's just into a numbers game.
Everything's a numbers game.
Everything.
Money. If it's not
Everything's a numbers
making money, I just feel
I'm
like
shit at math.
I'm shit at maths.
Like,
I'm trash at maths. Everything is just money and greed and corporations taking everything they can get and not giving a shit about anybody beneath them.
yeah,
And it's sad.
yeah. I think music's going to go underground. My producer, Maddie made it. If you need a producer, he's mad. Chunky Love, also a producer, mad. They, not so much Chunky, but Maddie has like this innate feeling that music's going to go back to underground. Where if you want to go see your favorite artist live, it's like a full thing, or it's like you have to be on their mailing list, on a secret mailing list. You have to be the direct artist to fan consumer is going to get so tight that like you nurture your fans to the point of doing like secret shows, and like that's where all the musicians are going to go.
Yeah.
Because everything else is just like fake game of like perception.
Yeah.
Which is all, it always has been. But like pure musicianship is like, I feel like it's so not appreciated anymore by the listener. Whereas I used to listen to music like Fleetwood Mac and ABBA and all that, like the live, like it felt real. And that's what I'm trying to do with my music now is like I always make sure there's a live music player in the room. And if you don't play an instrument or you personal preference, I just won't work with a producer that can't play.
That's very understandable.
Just because I need that like tangible, and I mean like you can hire session musos. If we have session musos in a room, that's fine. Like a producer doesn't have to play as long as there's people that can tangibly do something with me.
Right. Yeah.
But I've just learned my preference as an artist. I have to have like a real instrument, and usually it's bass guitar, which
Don't. I've supposed to have been practicing bass, and do you know,
Ram sent me a message on New Year's, and I said, he's like, my New Year's resolution is to play bass. And I was like, how's your bass going? And I just got left on red.
it's just a case of priorities. It's like,
Fair.
I haven't prioritized it.
Fair.
I'll put my hands up and I'll say, I just haven't prioritized it.
Fair.
I will, because the bass guitar is the one instrument for me that I feel like I didn't know I was enjoying hearing it until I locked in and I realized I was hearing it. Does that make sense?
Bass guitar is like the sexiest instrument in the world.
It's an incredible instrument, and it just made so much sense to me.
I pitch off bass guitar.
Okay.
So you probably have no idea what that means. So like chords, notes.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, like there's a scale and like you pitch to the scale, so like the key, A minor, G minor, whatever. I can pitch like a whole scale off like a bass guitar. So in the studio, if I just have a drum beat and a bass guitar, I can write the whole melody.
Wow.
And I was talking to the producer yesterday I was working with, and he was like, it's so interesting because you don't know if the key is going to be major or minor. And I said, that's why it's feel. I just do what I feel like doing. So I always write everything from bass.
That's so cool.
It's actually like the coolest thing ever.
The bass guitar is so underrated, actually, I think, as well. Because, like I said, when I realized that I was tapping away to like the drums.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself tapping away to drums, but other times I'm subconsciously nodding my head to the bass line.
Yes.
And I didn't realize I was doing it until I took more of an appreciation to music and did some learning. And I was like, yo, this is the coolest instrument ever.
The like polyrhythms you can do, and also like the pocket, like you can have the chord sitting here and then the drums sitting here and then the bass is like moves in and out.
I need right. My ideal episode, I don't even want to say it because I failed miserably. But maybe we can make that happen in the future. I hope so.
I'll come back to London in a year's time and Rem will play bass live.
Right, yeah. So in a year's time, let's manifest this right now. In a year's time, the episode that we film, that we produce, will be a live performance.
Oh my God.
Of, I don't know why I'm saying this because I'm throwing myself out there right now. A live performance of Tanisha singing whatever she wants to sing. Could be one of her songs, a song of that she loves, and I will play the bass
Wow, guys.
to that song. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Like sometimes I set these goals and targets which are like so far out there, but if I say it to the internet, it's like I can't take it back.
Imagine if you did it in Australia.
That would be even more crazy. Right. Okay. Cool. So
Something. Maybe in a year's time.
yeah, I would love to play the bass guitar for Tanisha at some point. I'll make it happen. I need to learn how to play. I'm learning, but
It's
like
like-
it's
Basic level, it's just like a single finger instrument. Bass
Yeah.
players do not come from me. But for learning,
for learning. Yes.
It's- you
Yeah.
just gotta learn the scales.
Yeah. And I'm getting there. But like I said, I've just not
Yeah.
prioritized it recently. I spin too many plates.
You need to like sit down and like appreciate the instrument too, which you kind of like need
Yes.
full attention. And learning, what is it like? Learning something in adulthood takes like a stupid amount of extra time than as a kid. So plus all the stuff you're doing,
Yeah.
plus all the side quests,
Side quest plates.
plus just
spinning.
having like downtime.
That as well. There's like you choose whether you have the downtime or whether you want to learn something and graft
Yeah.
on something, and it's like then you just fall into this deep hole, and then all of a sudden you're watching a video about hustle culture, and then you're not allowed to rest, and then it's like,
Oh,
well,
God.
actually,
That's big in Australia.
hustle culture.
Oh my God. Well, hold on. It depends where you live. But like,
Okay, is it big in like the bigger cities?
yeah, like the Gold Coast is notorious for it.
Mm.
And like everyone gets up at 5 a.m. Like,
Because of hustle culture, like
Yeah,
if you
run.
get up at 7, then you've missed.
yeah, you've missed the day. You've missed the day. And I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Like, and coming from someone who used to do that, like I used to go to uni, I would get up at 4, go to the gym, go to uni, go back to the gym because I was like, got to be doing something with my time. And like it taught me a lot about like managing time. But as I got older, I was just like, I want to watch a sunrise when I want to watch a sunrise, not because I have to watch a sunrise to feel like I've like done something with my life.
To keep up with the rest of
And like,
Australia.
like everyone's running and everyone's awake, and like if you get up at 7, you got up late, and it's like wild. And then like you go to like Europe, and like coffee shops won't open till like 9:30.
Yep. And
Or 10.
Spain, they're gonna hit a siesta
Yeah.
at midday, so you better chill.
And they're so chill. They're like the happiest, chillest people. And then
Yep.
like you go to Australia, and everyone's like, meh.
Nah.
It's like, whoa, slow down. But then you go out to the bush, and like everyone's kind of just chill. So it depends where you are.
Depends where you are.
But like, yeah, Gold Coast is notorious for having hustle culture because all the influencers live there.
Not for me. Sorry.
It's not for me, so I moved.
No. How do you protect your mental health when the field that you're in is so dependent upon public perception and what you release?
So I have like the most controversial approach to the music industry for my mindset because I have found coming into the industry not being in it, like not having going to a music school or not having parents that were musical or not having anyone around my immediate life that is in music. I had to go find it. So I already came into it with heaps of life experience and
Okay.
lots of outside perspective of how I wanted to approach the industry. And some artists will say like, if I can't do music, I want to die. Like I don't want to be on this planet. I don't want to do anything else in my life.
Okay.
I do music because it's like adds something to my life, not because it is my life. And sometimes people take that as I don't care about it.
Yeah, I bet the people who you just described who say they're here for music and nothing else.
Yeah.
The conversation we're having right now must be difficult with them because
Yeah, and some people then say like, well, then you just don't want it bad enough. I'm like, have you seen the like growth that I've had? But like, I want it bad.
yeah.
But my self-worth as a person doesn't come from how much I succeed as an artist.
That is extremely important.
Yes, and I went into the industry kind of with that mindset because the dark times are so dark and the low times, and like there's so many external factors that you're not going to be able to control. Like my goal could be to get a Grammy, sure, but like there is so many things that go into like the Grammy board, and so many things that I can't control. So.
Right.
For me, to protect my mental health, I just do things that I love that isn't music. And I made sure that there was like enough things in my life where if you said, what are the things that you like in life? I can name 5. It's not just music.
Right.
So like I love coffee.
Okay.
I love a good coffee. Like going to find somewhere that does a good, we call it long blacks in Australia, but Americano. and having a coffee in the morning in peace and quiet with my plants is something I love just as much as music.
Right.
Going
Right.
and working on the winery and serving wine and learning about wine and like understanding it is something I love just as much as music. There's so many things like that. Like I love going to Bunnings. It's like
What is that?
it's like a warehouse. It's like iconic. You get sausage sizzle at Bunnings
Okay.
on the weekend. I don't eat bread and sausages, but it's like a cultural movement. If you ever
Right.
come to Australia, we'll go to Bunnings.
Okay, cool.
It's just basically like a hardware store, but it's somehow got this like, it's become the national identity of like Australia is like going to Bunnings.
Okay.
So I love going and getting plants, and I love like learning about how to take care of a new plant just as much as I love music. So all of these things help me get in the industry because I will do music till the day I die or till the day I can. But I also know that my happiness has to come from like all of the things in my life that like make me happy,
Right.
not just how well I'm doing in the industry. And that's how I protect my mental health.
I'm so happy to hear that
Yeah.
that was your answer, because I feel like because of how the world is today, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, everything is saturated.
Yeah.
And that we just said hustle culture and all that jazz. You will be, I feel like you're judged if you don't put your 110%
Yeah.
into something and you don't make your everything about that one thing
Yeah.
that you're trying to be successful in. Can you still be successful in that field if you balance the playing field and you've
I
got
think so.
things here going on, things here going on? Kind of like that jack of all trades but master of none. But
Well, it's like prioritizing time, right? Like if you look at time of the day, it's mostly music, like 100%. But what I'm saying is like the things that I love, like things that make me happy, things that if I was to turn around tomorrow and I couldn't do music, would I still love my life? And the answer is yes. And for some people, the answer is no.
right.
And I think that's a problem.
That is a problem because your pool of where you seek happiness isn't broad enough.
Yeah.
You are seeking it from one place and one place only. Your ducks are all in one basket, and that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like I do have everything on music. Like I love working on the winery, but like it's not where my soul is. And if I want a career in music, I'm not saying that I don't. And like every day I ride everything on music. All my money goes into music. All my time is spent on music. If it doesn't work out, have spent a massive chunk of my life trying to achieve this career. But I'm still happy when I'm downtime from music.
Okay.
And that's why it's controversial, because then people just go like, hey, well, you don't want it then, because you would be happy not doing it. I'm like, no, I would be really sad and upset like by not doing music. But I also find happiness in a lot of other things that the music industry won't give me. And that
Right.
makes you powerful.
Right.
Because then all of the bad stuff that happens, like all the support slots that you don't get and all the tickets that you don't sell and all the people that don't actually care about your music that are in the industry and everyone that doesn't give you time and attention, they don't affect my mental health.
Right.
They do sometimes because it's heavy, but then I just go to Bunnings and get a plant.
Because you have that.
Because
other,
I'll go get a plant, or I'll go and sit out in the wineries and I'll think about some stuff, or like most of the time I'll go get plants.
Okay.
Like,
so
if
is
I'm
your
having-
is your house like a botanical garden?
Oh
or something?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I've got like 2 monsteras, which are like massive. I had them for 5 years. I probably got like 17 plants.
To be fair, when I asked you if you know what plant that is, the speed at which you answered, I was like, raw. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I'm dealing with the real deal right now. This is
And like learning about how to take care of a plant too. Like they're all different.
They are all
you
different.
have to nurture them differently. And
Yeah.
it's the same with people. It's the same with working with people in the music industry. You have to approach them differently. You can't just talk to everyone the same. Everyone has a little bit of ultimatum and everything's transactional at some point in your career. It has to be, otherwise you're not going to have money.
right.
Like it has to be transactional. At some point, you build relationships, yes, but there are some people that you're meeting simply for the transactional aspect, and like that's not a good way to network, and that's not how you build relationships. But
No.
there are some people that's what their
That's
purpose
just what
is.
that's just what they're there
So
for
you
at
have
that
to
time.
learn how to navigate personalities. You got plants. You got to learn how to look after a lot of different plants. And God forbid, my partner is at home looking after 17 plants,
Yeah.
and I love him so much, but like I know he's just gonna put a little bit of water on every single one, and they all need different care. And I'm
It sounds like he's starting from a great place to me, nah? Bit of sprinkle of water here and there.
Well, I did leave one in the bathtub because I put them all in the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love plants. Seriously, I get so excited. So like once
I can
a
tell.
month.
This is great.
Once a month, I like get all of the plants. It depends if it's winter or summer, but they're all tropical plants, so they need humidity. So like I
Right.
get all the plants, put them in the bathroom, drown them, pretend it's like torrential storm outside, and then put the hot water on and then shut the door and let the humidity kind of like increase in the bathroom. But
Your
when I was
energy
leaving,
bill must be absolutely fabulous.
no, we run on tank water.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. A little bit different to here. I think we'd be in a bit of trouble if we did that here in the UK.
Actually, it rains a lot here. Why does no one have tank water here?
It does rain a lot here. Wait.
Our water
We
bill
don't-
was $16. We run off tank water.
And you being in Australia and running off tank water, is that a normal thing?
Yeah.
We don't. We just Thames Water just provides the water that we get into our homes.
Yeah, like
and-
we have like water mains.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
We're not like dire, but
yeah,
like
right.
water tanks keep our bills low.
Do we not have water tanks?
Do you have water tanks here?
Specific for each and every home?
Yes.
Oh no, we don't do that. Some people do have water tanks in their loft, slash attic, whatever. Some older homes have them. Modern homes don't have them, I don't think.
So everything in our house runs on tank water except for the kitchen tap, which is the main water main.
Right.
Like everything, clothes, everything.
So the tank water that's not drinkable water.
You can get filters for it, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
You can just drink rainwater, but the problem is the health of the tank. So if
Right.
it's a brand new tank, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, for the garden, for everything, because our bills in Australia are so high, which is why if you go, we don't have insulation in our homes. So winter is like the Arctic
Yes.
because
Right.
like to have the aircon running all the time, how hot it gets.
Yeah.
It's just easier if you just have like big ventilation, so big windows and stuff like that. I mean, if you're rich, you can put your aircon on, but like most people don't.
Okay.
Like we barely use our dryers. If you're economic about how you want to live, everything's outside in the sun.
Yeah, of
Tank
course.
water, rainwater is what they call it sometimes too. Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, my plants get rainwater too,
Let's go.
like proper.
So, do you have a bonsai?
No.
They're supposed to be like, if you can look after a bonsai and keep
Yeah.
it alive, you're a beast.
Yeah, and Venus flytraps are also very difficult to look after.
Are they?
Yeah, so
Actually,
they're very
my dad told me that
temperamental.
one time.
Very temperamental plants. I had two. I don't know why they died. Actually, I do know why they died, but it's not Jake's fault.
Oh, that old chestnut. Your finger pointing. It was Jake's
It was
fault.
Jake's fault.
Yeah,
100%. So I said to him, bless his heart, he's gonna hate me. They require water only on the bottom of like the pot because where they come from, they live in like the swamp land. So you have to
okay.
have water constantly on the bottom. They can't dry out, but you can't water from the top, and it has to be rainwater or demineralized water.
Right.
So that's the first problem. And then they are self-regulating so that you can feed them every now and then, but they need full sunlight. Full sunlight.
Okay.
And I went away and Jake left them on the kitchen table. And I came home and I was like, did you just put these here? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay. And then they died. And I was like, babe. I was like,
They'd been there the whole time.
yeah, 100%. Because I asked him if he could put them back on the windowsill when I left.
GG's, Jake. Well done. Well done. Have you got any more since then, or is it just you let those go and it just moves on?
Yeah, I just bought new ones.
Okay. They
No,
spenny?
not Venus flytraps.
Oh, different ones.
I bought
Okay.
other ones because in winter you have to put them in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah, because where they are from, it gets frost, so they need to go dormant. So you put them in the fridge and they go to sleep
Damn.
because they're living like a full-on
They are
living
living-
plant because they're
yeah.
carnivorous.
With the flies?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can feed them. It's so fun.
I have fed a Venus flytrap
so
before. It is
fun.
fun. It is fun.
You just like put a little fly in
Yeah.
there. But yeah, put them in the fridge,
in
and
the
so there's no
fridge.
point getting one in winter because it'll just have to go in the fridge.
Okay. That's very cool.
But to answer your question, I would say plants is the reason I have good mental health in the music industry.
I love that answer. And now it's made me want to invest more in plants in my own home.
You got to care for them.
Yeah.
You
It's
gotta nourish them.
It's a beautiful side quest, I think.
I think so too.
And a relationship that you can actually have with a plant and look after it and care for it.
Yeah.
I think it's underrated.
100%.
It's an underrated
And you
skill.
get good air quality in your house.
Yes, actually.
Very good air quality.
Right, noted. I'm going to now start a brand new journey with a plant, not a bonsai.
So not only are we doing a live performance, but I want to see a plant.
Shit.
Update.
Right. Okay. So, yeah.
I want to see.
There's going to be a live performance, me playing the bass with whatever plant I've grown. I'm going to bring it into the studio and it's going to sit in with us in that performance.
I'll give you a list of like indoor plants that are
Cool.
easy to take care of.
Make sure, because I can't just be, we're not going to bonsai. We're going to, yeah, we're not going to bonsai. We're going to just take our time and just,
Beautiful.
yeah. Cool.
Beautiful. Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
No.
What is it? 75 soft?
75.
75 princess?
75 princess. I'll run that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not doing 75 hard. That's crazy.
Again, hustle culture. I mean,
Yeah,
but Ellis
that's what
Ellis
that
loves
is.
it.
Yeah, but
be
Ellis
fair,
doesn't-
though,
he's
if
got no other responsibilities, respectfully. Like, he can do that because he's got no other
If
responsibilities.
it works for you, it works for you.
He's 24, lives with
24?
wifey.
Lives with wifey? That's a responsibility?
That's it. Him and his wife. Him and his missus. They're not married. But yeah, him and his partner. He's 24 years old. I get it. If I was his age, when I was his age, I was doing 75 hard. Respectfully, when I was bodybuilding, I was doing 75 flipping impossible.
You know what?
So
That is a fact.
I've
And
actually
look what
already done
happened
it.
to our mental health.
Yeah, look out to my mental health. I've still got eating disorders. So like, hey, what good was that?
Oh my God.
I still can't go a day without eating 4 custard creams. Like, I'm still here. Like, what the fuck? I have issues now because my metabolism's fucked because of competing. And so, like, you want to talk about 75 hard and 75 soft, 75 princess? Yeah. I've done 75 impossible.
You know
all
what?
right?
Respect. That's facts. And bodybuilding is...
It's a whole, like, you know it. It's BS. Like, it's just so taxing and...
It's just so crazy.
It's-
And, like, the worst part about it is all these fitness influencers... it's going to get me rage baited. All these fitness influencers... I don't know what the legalities around it now, but the reason why I don't use my degree and why I don't have any involvement in the fitness industry anymore like that is because you can just pay someone and they just give you this nutrition plan and they've never studied the biochemistry of the body.
Nope.
And they just go like, oh, insulin resistance and like gut health. And I'm like, you're not even like, you have a basic knowledge that you can find on the internet, but trying to apply that person to person, you're illegally allowed to work with anyone that has a diet problem, a dietary problem. So like gluten intolerance, you're not allowed to work with them. It's illegal. You have to have qualifications. You need to be certified.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, okay, well, here's your non-gluten meal plan.
It's crazy. Yeah. The whole...
And there's no regulations, which means I've got done and like, I don't want to call shade, but like there was a big person in Australia that when I was getting into the fitness industry, I bought their diet plan, their meal plan. It's $400. And like when I was 18, like $400 is a lot now. It was a lot for me back then. I was 18 years old. When I tell you, I got an email with her copied and pasted what she would eat in the email as my diet plan.
Jesus Christ. Not even a PDF.
And part of her, like, she's a fitness, like, business, like, empire. She has make millions of dollars off it. But part of it is, like, to get her meal plan, you would, like, sign up to her, like, affiliates.
Right.
So then not only were you paying $400 for this copy-pasted, not even a Word document, reply in an email chain, you were asked to get all of her supplements that she was sponsored by, which was another...
So she was requesting that you obviously also make a contribution.
Yeah.
So she's affiliate marketing.
To get the best results, you have to have all these supplements. And, like, that was my introduction to the fitness industry. And, God, I was so naive and so young that, like, from that, I was, like, determined to have my own business in the music industry. In the fitness industry was to not do that to other people because it really made me upset.
Yeah, of course.
And no one called her out on it or nothing.
Do you know if she's still active today?
Yeah, she's huge.
Really?
Huge. Huge. And, like...
We won't name names, but we know who you are.
I could call out your email. And so I got a degree because I was like, I'm gonna apply myself better.
Yeah.
And then when I realized how broken the whole thing was, I was like, I'm not even gonna try. Because then people don't follow your plan and then they blame it on you for them not losing weight.
Accountability, yeah. Yes.
And it's hard because unfortunately you do have to portion control. Like you have to,
Yeah.
if you are trying to lose weight and you're trying to understand the process of losing weight, and it's not just calories in, calories out, you need to weigh your food. You need to understand what a portion is. You need to understand like, what is a serving of rice? Like, you don't have to do it forever, but while you're learning and losing weight, I think it's the most invaluable tool you can have. You can make better decisions about what your grocery shop. You can understand ingredient lists. Like, there's all these things that come from doing that. It's not a long-term solution, but it is a really good tool to have in your like basket.
Yeah.
And some people don't want to commit to that. And I'm like, well, you just don't want to commit. Like,
If it was easy, everyone would do it.
yeah.
And it's not easy at all. And it's just easy to blame somebody else.
Yeah.
That's all people want to do. Oh, it didn't work out. You sent me a diet plan. I haven't lost the weight that I want to lose.
Even
It's your
like
fault.
MyFitnessPal and stuff, great tool. Great tool. You can scan food and you can really understand. Like, even if you don't want to weigh your food, even if you don't want to have to do that kind of stuff, scan the food and keep track of what you're eating, and you'll see your habits. You'll see how much micronutrients you're not getting.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you do that for 2 weeks, like, I'm not saying it becomes your personality, but like, I think you should do it. And if it scares you, probably means that you need it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you feel like, if you're out of your comfort zone and you're experiencing that firsthand, and you know this is like an abnormal space for you to be in, you're probably roundabouts where you should be.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be straightforward. It's
Yep.
not, well, it's not supposed to be complex.
Yeah.
But being outside of your comfort zone is where change happens. So
LA.
just
You talk to anyone in my close friends, they were like, Tanisha said she'll never go to LA
really.
because it scared me.
But
Rightfully
that's not
so.
a reason not to do it, though.
Rightfully so, because it's a pretty daunting place. But I knew, you know, when like, you know, something's really scary for you, but then deep down, you know, that's because you're gonna get so much out of it. You're not really ready to open that up. I think I wanted to go to LA when LA was ready for me to come. But in the same time, I just had to go. Like, for 3 years, I was like, I'm never going to LA. Why would I go to LA?
Okay.
And then I went there, and it was really beneficial for my career. Because it scared me, and I knew it scared me, so I went and did it.
That's the best way to look at it. You know, if something scares you, that is what you probably should be leaning towards.
Yeah. Obviously, like, don't walk down an alley by yourself. It's a different kind of
That is
scared.
very different. Yeah, that's a
But
different kind of scared.
people need, some people are
Yeah.
like, would take that out of context.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you anything, like, I've done my entire music industry pretty much by myself. The whole thing scared me. What if it didn't work out? It still scares me. I do it anyway. Traveled by myself every time I go away by myself. Scared me. I moved to countries, scared me. Like, I'd run fear in the face.
There's not many people like that, though. That's very rare. You understand that, right?
No, because it's my life. Like, I don't know
Yes,
how
yeah,
else
it's
to
your
do
life,
it.
but I don't think there's not many people who have that mindset. Fear scares people. That means they retract, they slow down, they
Run at
stay
it.
indoors. It's not common to run towards things that scare you.
Get your cortisol up, run at it.
Jesus Christ, fair.
Maybe that's saying that I have maybe what is it? You get addicted to stress and high cortisol. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's all the trauma in my life and that's what it is. But if it is, hey, I'm achieving goals. So,
It's working for you.
because
So.
I'm pretty sure cortisol is like the point of cortisol gets you up in the morning. Didn't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
So if you have a proper sleep cycle in an ideal world and you don't go on your phone and you don't take melatonin and you just go to bed, cortisol's purpose is to get you up.
Okay.
So you get a burst of cortisol
I should know that.
to get you up in the morning, and then there's a reaction that happens where sometimes if you wake up and you feel like you're hungover, like you haven't been drinking but you feel like you're hungover,
Right.
it's because you woke up too early or too late. So there's too many chemicals fighting each other. That's why it takes a long time for you to feel better. So you're not supposed to have coffee while cortisol's high. That's why you get more groggy. So you go, cortisol peaks,
Yeah.
and then you let it come back down, and then you have coffee. Because cortisol's going to peak again when you have coffee. That's like
Noted.
the ideal like world. So if people that like get up and they're like groggy and they're making a cup of coffee and they can hardly see, you're better off to go stand in the sun. Look at the sun.
Yeah.
Let your cortisol come down. So its purpose is to like get you through things. So like if it scares you, you'll release cortisol when you're doing that thing, but it's like the adrenaline, it's like the push to go do it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like you can use cortisol as a tool if you understand it.
Okay.
It's like it's when you're like high stressful environments, like for a prolonged period of time,
Yeah.
where your body's not getting that retract period. Because most of the time, like you get the fear and you're doing it and you get adrenaline, you have anxiety, but then you do the thing and it goes away. That's a healthy push of cortisol.
Yeah.
It's
I
when
hear
you're
that.
like at a desk all day and your boss is like, "Reh,"
Yeah.
and
Stress.
you're just like this all time,
Yeah,
prolonged
yeah.
activity like that
Right,
is
right.
like basically like a biological catastrophe in your body.
So going back to your writing, songwriting. Has writing about love changed the way you experience it?
Nah.
Not at all?
Nah. Were you hoping some like
No?
big philosophy? No.
No, not even.
Nah, honestly, I think art imitates life, right? So I just live my life, and the art will reflect the life I live.
That's it.
That's literally, like, I have been through hell and back breakups, but writing the music hasn't changed the way I approach love. The experience of going through the shit is what changed it, and my drive to never go through that again. The music was my therapy. So rather than going to speak to people about it, which people like you should go to therapy if that's what you need, but writing does the same thing for me. Because if I write a song, I process that emotion.
Yes.
So a lot of my music, like over and over, I wrote that song about moving away and like finally getting the closure that I needed in a relationship that I never got closure for because he cheated and I could never understand why. And it was really bad, like an affair, cheating. It wasn't just like a one-off. And I remember the song was closure to me. It was a letter to my younger self in that situation to stop trying to search for it. It's over.
Okay.
So I wasn't writing in like trying to get closure in a situation. I was literally writing with the perspective of like I was looking at myself in the moment where I was asking myself why. And I know the exact moment I was in the bathroom. That is powerful. That's my therapy because I'm actually like taking myself out and like writing about the situation. But that doesn't change how I approach love. No, it's just my way of like processing things.
Nice.
Yeah.
You started off with, was I expecting a whole like philosophical kind of, and then you ended up doing exactly that. So, love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because some artists, they'll write it. It's like some artists will write music and then they go, oh, the penny drops. But for me, going through everything and just figuring it out is going to allow me to write from like really interesting perspectives. And so I don't let my music shape anything that I do. I let what I do shape the music.
Love that.
Yeah,
That's dope.
it's cool.
How do you decide what music that you write is for you and what you're willing to dish out as a ghostwriter? Or do you consider yourself as a ghostwriter?
And I do like some writing for other artists as a ghostwriter, but I
Right.
usually just put my name on it anyway.
Okay.
In the credits.
What do you feel about that? Like, you hear, as an artist, you learn that one of your favorite artists has lots of ghostwriters. I learned quite recently that Drake has a lot of ghostwriters, but I also learned that he's written one of my favorite ever Kanye West songs.
Yeah.
So it kind of balanced it out. Like, I know he's capable of writing,
Yeah.
but he also has people write for him.
It depends on the situation. Big artists like that have a team of people that they get sent music, and like it depends how far they credit. So if someone played bass, they're a writer. If someone wrote something, they're like, if someone has 11 writers, it might be like the core of the track was written with 3 people, but then there was other people that contributed, so you get credits. And also like songwriting as a process, like people that say like, oh, artists don't write their own music. It's like some of them, yes, they just take the song, whatever. But sometimes it's hard for us to get inspiration, and sometimes it's hard for us to articulate the way that we feel, and it just takes a few extra people to spark an idea that then we can bounce off. And like a lot of co-producing and co-writing happens, and it's beautiful. Like all my music's written with my producer and myself, bar this trip that I just went to LA was the first time I ever had a songwriter in the room, but she was also an artist.
Okay.
So it was a lot, I could relate to her a little bit
Yes.
more. Depends how personal the song is. Like sometimes you write a song and like the actual sound of what the vocal wants to do isn't for you.
Okay.
Because like I've written like some songs, like pop R&B songs for like emerging artists. I wouldn't put the song out because I don't feel like the song fits me, it doesn't fit my vibe, but it was perfect for her.
Okay.
So like again, it's like, but the flip side of that is if I'm in a session and I'm writing something, as a writer, you have the power to say that you want it for yourself.
Yeah.
You can
You
say
would.
that.
Yeah.
You can. Unless you're specifically in the room to pitch and like your people have grabbed you together and been like, we are going to write and pitch it to managers of these
Okay.
A&Rs and
Right.
artists and things like that. That's a little bit different because you're writing with like a different perspective in mind. But if you're just in a session with some people, you can either write as a top liner, which means you just kind of write an idea and they send it to someone else to sing, which is fun because it takes away all the pressure.
Yeah, will do.
And you can just write to the track. So like there are some songs where I've like done DJ top lines on that I won't put out under my artist project, but like the vocals sound great and they should be sung on that. So like you just give it away or you sing it or you get a vocal fee.
The vocal fee being that would be quite important, of course. I mean, like
Yeah, you
you're
just
contributing
literally-
and you're just getting your
Yeah. Like you're
piece of the
using
pie.
my voice
Yeah.
without having my name and my face on it,
okay.
which is fun too.
The pressure must be far less that way.
Oh yeah, so I love doing EDM music because you're like, I just get transported back to like 17-year-old me at like
Yeah.
bass house festivals, going ham. And then you just writing what sounds good and feels good on the top.
Right.
So like, yeah, like there's a song I wrote with a DJ in Australia called Liam B, and it was like had no personal like connection to the song, but like the line was like, it's like I can't keep myself from falling, and then it goes like vocal chops. I'm like, it's so fun. Like there's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like it's just what sounds good.
Okay.
And whereas when I'm writing for me, I'm like writing from like
Yes, that's
Very deep,
just
personal.
you and your personal experiences,
Yeah.
of course. Okay.
yeah. There's a lot of layers to music industry
There
and
is.
stuff that people just have no idea about. Being a songwriter is weird.
So it sounds it. It sounds.
It's such a weird thing.
It sounds. People definitely underestimate what goes into being a songwriter.
Yeah, and that's
But
just writing like as an artist. You've got like songwriters that do this full time. That it is like an engine.
Yeah, like the way that I think about it is like you're constantly just it's a constant journal of
Yes.
things that are happening in your life that you experience. You're taking an inspiration from, and then it's a huge puzzle basically, and you just take all these different pieces and you're constantly trying to make these pieces fit together.
Yeah, that's a
And
great way to put it. Yeah,
At the end of the studio session, at the end of when you finish taking a shit,
yeah,
some pieces go together and some pieces don't.
yep.
And when you release the song eventually, that is the puzzle that you're looking at, and it's
Yeah.
a picture of all of the lyrics, whatever you experienced at the time, and what the song actually is about.
Yes.
That's actually how I imagine
And
it.
there's the crazy part is there's no right or wrong answer, but there's a good feeling song and a shit. Like it's so subjective, and like
That
there's
as
so
well.
many ways to say something, which is what I get stuck on because I'm always trying to find the way that hasn't been said before, and
Right.
that's the pinnacle of songwriting. How are you going to express something that happens to everyone that's already been written about
A million
in
times.
a unique way? Like Ray's song "Winter Woman" is such a powerful song because it's like someone who's sad inside and like they're going through some stuff, but they're embracing that. And it's like, she could have said that a different way, but like, I've become the winter woman. It's just beautiful songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we all aspire to. Like, how do we say this in a way that like hasn't been said before, but everybody's experienced something like that?
Right.
And it's very difficult if you make it difficult, because I try and
Mm.
be like super introspective and like,
And then that's
Different.
when the in between the lines
that's
comes
when it's
in.
like, how much push and pull do you have of like easy digestibility and sit down listening experience?
Right. Fort Knox.
Yeah.
I love that. We barely scratched the surface of the questions that I wanted to ask, but that's fine because what I've started doing now is putting together questions for what will be the Patreon episode related to
Oh,
the
yeah?
guests I speak to, right?
Vibe.
So I do say this is episode 3,
Okay.
and in episode 3.5,
Okay.
I would like to invite you to, I don't know, we'll just do a video call of some sort
Yeah.
or whatever, and then we can actually hash out the questions that we missed out today.
Yeah, that's
Because
sick.
this way of interviewing, of speaking to people is far better than, like I said, simply
Yeah.
this is like, we're not talking at each other, we're talking to each other,
Yeah.
which is far more preferable. But yes, there are a whole heap of questions I know I still have that I wanted to ask
Yeah.
you. But hey, we were talking about bonsais. We were talking about Jake.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah, which no one knows.
no one knows. Well, it has been extremely interesting to speak to you. Thank you for sharing your world
That's okay.
and letting us into what is, I guess, even a small percentage of what really goes on behind the scenes. But you've done an amazing job in showing us that.
Thanks.
And yes, if you don't mind, for episode 3.5, it would be amazing to get back onto a video call with you.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we can just chop it up. Like I said, I think I asked you about 4 of 13 questions I've got written there by
I
myself.
told
and
you it was going to be
and
side quest.
my
Side quest city.
producers behind the scenes. But it was still a great time. So thank you.
Oh, thanks for
you.
having me. It's
Thank you,
been
Tanisha.
The best.
Tanisha Burnett.
Yay.